Pretty big news today related to Blizzard, actually. You're going to need to know a little bit of background information, so let me fill you in on what is going on. Now, back in November of 22, you might have remembered that World of Warcraft to go offline in China as Activision Blizzard and NetEase ends a 14-year deal. Now, interesting thing about this is it wasn't just World of Warcraft, actually. We're talking about Overwatch, Hearthstone, Diablo, StarCraft, all of the games except, funny enough, Diablo Immortal ceased and expired on the contract between Blizzard and NetEase. Basically, this contract was not renewed, is what happened. So because of that, we were seeing these articles that look something like this about, China tearing down statues in the Blizzard HQ and basically the relationship souring between Blizzard and China. And the only game that was still playable was Immortal, and the rest of them, the Chinese players were basically screwed. Essentially, they couldn't access these games. Well, when I was scrolling through Twitter this evening, interesting enough, there was a tweet by Phil Spencer, which was retweeting this here. Thanks to the incredible work by Blizzard and NetEase to renew our commitment to the players. We will soon welcome back millions of community members in China to our Blizzard universe. This is exciting for everyone at Xbox, Blizzard, and for players everywhere. Read more. Now, the reason Phil Spencer is talking about this is because, as you might remember, Microsoft actually acquired Blizzard. So they are one big company now at this point, and it looks like one of the things that is happening there because of this is that they are reacquiring this NetEase contract. And you can see the tweet that he was retweeting here is Blizzard Entertainment saying, legendary worlds are for all to share, includes our passionate Chinese community. If you actually click on this press release right here, one of the things you're going to notice, you can scroll through this and read it if you want. It's just some PR speak talking about how the games like World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, Warcraft, Overwatch, Diablo, and StarCraft, they're all coming back. But interesting, one of the things in here says separately, Microsoft Gaming and NetEase have also entered into an agreement to explore bringing NetEase titles to Xbox consoles and other platforms. So there seems to be a little bit of give and take here since Microsoft has now acquired Blizzard. Now, they kind of follow up a little bit on this afterwards. The Blizzard's president says some words here basically about like, we're super grateful and we're passionate about our games, happy to have the Chinese player have them, like, et cetera, et cetera. But if you scroll down here to where Phil Spencer, CEO of Microsoft Gaming, he says, Blizzard and NetEase have done incredible work to renew our commitment to players. Blizzard Universe have been part of players' lives in the region for many years, returning Blizzard's legendary games to players in China while exploring ways to bring more titles to Xbox demonstrates our commitment to bringing more games to more players around the world. So they're kind of setting up for like China is getting the Blizzard games back, and more titles to Xbox means NetEase games basically coming to Xbox is what it is sounding like here. And a quick Google search will show you that NetEase actually has a pretty large amount of games here that they could pull from if they wanted to add them directly to Xbox, as well as a pretty large list of dev studios as well. This is actually supposed to take effect pretty soon. It says that Blizzard titles are going to return to mainland China beginning in summer of 2024. It doesn't say when and what games would be coming to Xbox from NetEase. It sort of leaves that one up for a later bit of information, I suppose. Now, it's interesting that this happens now after the Microsoft acquisition. If you look back at one of the articles here, when they actually stopped working together, there was this quote here by the head of partnerships in NetEase that said, one day when what has happened behind the scenes can be told, developers and gamers will have a whole new level of understanding of how much damage a jerk can make. Take from that what you will, but apparently maybe the person that they were mad at is no longer with the company. If I had to take a guess, one of the people that no longer works with the company is literally the old president, Mike Ybarra of Blizzard, who said that he would have to be drug out kicking and screaming to no longer be there, but he's no longer there. And then the new president, Ferris, only really has to say complimentary things about the relationship with NetEase. So maybe that's it, but that's just a pure guess. Speaking of guessing, what games could we see from NetEase coming to Xbox? Well, this one maybe makes sense. We have Once Human here. This is a game you might have seen people like Force Gaming talk about. Look kind of good. Now look at the timing. Q3 2024. And if we go here as to when the titles are returning to mainland China, summer of 2024. Seems like the relationship is coming back. So maybe these timelines actually make sense. This one's coming to Steam. Maybe we could see that, for instance, coming to Xbox. In an article talking about Once Human here by Gfinity Esports, they talk about how Once Human's only going to PC on Steam. However, Starry Studios do have plans to expand to other consoles and even mobile in the future. And should this happen, they have pledged to introduce cross-play support between platforms as well. So maybe? If you actually look at the list of studios that NetEase owns, you're not actually going to see Starry Studios on this list here. However, it is one of the newer studios they own, and even on their own YouTube channel, you can see right here, NetEase Games, Once Human trailers have been shown here as well. So these are all owned basically by NetEase. They actually own a significant amount of studios and a significant amount of games that we could see coming to Xbox. But besides the NetEase speculation aside, the people that are going to be most happy about these are the Chinese players. And miss games like World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Hearthstone, etc. I remember when this news originally dropped, there was a significant amount of people that were upset that they weren't going to have access to their games anymore. Imagine that the games that you had purchased, owned, paid subscription fees, just one day, nope, sorry, you can't play them anymore. It's a move that makes sense from Microsoft's point of view. You buy a company that just lost one of their major contracts from the East, and then you just renew the contract directly after acquiring the company. And as far as what games are coming or who the jerk is listed here by when the contract was originally canceled, that is all left to the wind and speculation. But it is an interesting, pretty large bit of news for Blizzard in general as of today. Another Diablo-related news, the PTR is now over, and Season 4 will be launching May 14th. Seems like the PTR was fairly well received, and we are hoping that Diablo 4 Season 4 is the best season yet, but we will find out when it actually launches, and there is information related to the Season 4 leak you can find on the channel if you want to see what the Season 4 theme could be for Diablo 4. You can find that there in my videos. That's about it. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.